Thank you. Hello, I'm John. I used to play with my partner, Paul.
That Her Majesty isn't listed on the sleeve is that any particular reason?
We like to have a joke at the end, you know, or a surprise, like on the end of what was it, Pepper or the Beatles? The Beatles double, just something.
There was one on the end of Pepper, I can remember.
Yeah, and wasn't the
which was something at double speed?
Yeah, was that the one everybody thought was something obscene?
Yes, that's right.
And it never was, you know.
All sorts of conjecture about that.
If you play it backwards and all that.
Yeah, all that scene. Yeah.
Well, we listened to it back, but it seemed to say something obscene, but we had no idea. It's just one of those things. So this is another one of them, you know.
Okay.
And then suddenly I was working with Elton, and then Bowie was around, and we were talking and that, and he'd say, come down, and I found myself doing that. So he's fiddling around, he writes them in the studio. Now he goes in about 4 words and a few guys and starts laying down this stuff. And he has virtually nothing, he's making it up in the studio. So I just contributed whatever I contributed, you know, like backwards piano and a couple of things like Repeat of Fame. And then we needed a middle 8, so we took some Stevie Wonder middle 8 and did it backwards, you know, and we made a record out of it, right?
The next track is another song of yours, John, that's called Because, and
yes.
I seem to detect some sort of classic overturn in this. Is this by design, or...?
Yeah, sort of, you know. Yoko plays classical piano, and she was playing one day, and I don't know whether it was Beethoven or something. I said, give me them chords backwards. And I wrote Because on it, on top of it.
Moonlight Sonata.
Oh, Moonlight Sonata, backwards.
Backwards.
Something like that.
Everybody was talking, everybody spoke about the playing backwards things on Abbey Road.
Well, that's bullshit. I just read one about Dylan too, that that he sings no tin and it means, I don't believe it. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it's spread that.
Yeah, I know, but it'll start it all off. Was it you?
Right. No, it's just because that's the end of it. You know, I don't know. Were there any other on the rumor about Paul being dead?
We've been through all this one before, haven't we?
About the rumor?
About Paul being dead? I don't know where that started. That was balmy, you know.
Why?
I don't know where it was. I don't know. You know as much about it as me.
Were any of those things that on the album that they said were on the album?
Which, name a few.
List of clues or...
No, that was bullshit. The whole thing was made up.
No real church put that out.
No, we haven't put anything like that. We put like tit 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 in girl. And just, I don't know. It would be things like a beat missing or something like that, see if anybody noticed. Think more things like that, you know. I don't remember any. I know we used to have a few things, but nothing that could be interpreted like that.
Why do you think something like that whole death thing would happen?
Yeah, because people have got nothing better to do than study Bibles and make myths about it and study, you know, rocks and make stories about how people used to live and all that, you know. It's just something to do for them. They live vicariously.